Hey, what's up, Lightbolt Joe here. Today we're going to discuss the December 1998 amazing cult classic film, The Prince of Egypt. So this is a musical representation of the story of Moses from the book of Exodus. And at the very end of the film, post-credit, there's three different verses. One from the Torah, Hebrew Torah, one from the Christian Bible, and then you have excerpt from the Quran as well. So you have the three different religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, who all reference Moses at one point. Now, what's great about this project is everyone on both a religious front and a non-religious front love this film. And it doesn't happen that way. Most of the time, someone's going to be in an uproar about something. But you ask any millennial, doesn't matter if they are not religious or if they're still practicing religion, every single person, every millennial you ask will say that they are obsessed with this film. It's because it has an incredible soundtrack. The animation is gorgeous. It's a perfect combination of CGI meets hand-drawn. And it's very hard to do that. And this was in 98, which Ants was also 98. And I looked it up. Bug's Life was 98 as well, because I couldn't remember if Bug's Life was right before or like a year or so before Ants. Turns out they were like a month apart. So kudos to myself for remembering that little timeline bit. With this story of Moses, he's born a Hebrew slave. His mom puts him in a basket, sends him down the river Nile, to which then the queen finds him and then raises him as their own, in regards to the royal family, raised alongside his then brother Ramses, who then eventually inherits the kingdom. And so then it's a matter of, well, the truth is coming out for Moses that he was actually born a slave. He was actually born a Hebrew, and that he is not royal. Ramses is his brother at heart. But what happens then when the Hebrew God then starts to give him commands of, you have to demand to Ramses to let my people go. And so then it's the whole thing, and it's the whole plagues and the, killing of the firstborns and all these things, and the whole putting the lamb's blood over your doorways, and then the death spirit will pass over. That's where the whole Passover thing comes into fruition. So it's very cool seeing the retelling version of the mythological stories that everybody has been fighting about for thousands of years, but from a non-religious person watching this film. It is an incredibly well done story. It gives us a beginning, a middle, and an end. It gives us proper character development in regards to the timeline, in regards to the different sects of religion, Egyptian gods and goddesses versus one singular Hebrew god. This is well before the Jesus story comes into play, where there's the Trinity of gods, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, different. So this is well before that. So it's great seeing then the different belief system come to play. And then the songs throughout. Hans Zimmer does an incredible job with the soundtrack, incredible job with the score. And there's so many of the iconic songs that we all still sing all these years later. So for something to be so poignant, almost 30 years later, it's a true testament to time. And it's very hard to do that in regards to a film in general. But for something that is technically a religious film, and for so many people of both sides of the aisle, religious and non-religious, to be still praising how incredible it is all these years later, they obviously did something right back in 98 when this was created. I read a fun fact that it took 10 animators 2 years to animate the parting of the Red Sea scene. Bro, I completely understand why it took 2 years for 10 people to do it, because it's insane. Absolutely insane. Such a well-done film. Withholds the test of time. Incredible score, incredible soundtrack. We'll never stop singing the songs. And I think it was made into a musical. I don't think it was a Broadway musical, but I think it was like a traveling musical, like a touring musical. I'd have to revisit that, because I would love to see that. It's such a wonderful story with regards to the music, with regards to the film, with regards to how it's told. Great. It's great. Everyone loves it. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.